drawing graph of the quadratic functions, and we call their graphs as parabola. It has a special name. It can be in two ways, like downward and upward. We decide which one to do by looking the a number in the beginning, by looking the a number, ax squared. If you have a positive number, a bigger than 0, positive number, you must draw something like this. If you have a negative a number, smaller than 0, you should draw something like this. So I'm going to solve two examples about this case. So example number 1. So about the quadratic graphs, before we go that, we have 4 spatial points. We always try to find those 4 spatial points, which is, we call these two as X-intercepts, these two as Y-intercept. Here we have the point vertex. We always try to find these 4 points. Sometimes we cannot find them, because what if you have a graph which never touches to the x-axis? So you don't have the vertex point, but you will have some others. You should search for all of these 4 points. So step 1, try to find the X-intercepts. X-intercept means that the opposite letter y equals 0. So I need to write something like 0 is equal to x squared minus 12x. I just don't want to keep the 0 in the left side. So I put it to the right side, x squared minus 12x plus 24. It looks like the quadratic equations more right now. That's why I do that. Also know that the y also can be written as f of x in examples. So then you try to find the x-intercepts from here. It will be 2 times 12, 24. 2 times 12, 24. Not 2 times 12. What did I think about when I write this example? So it should be 14x in here. Sorry, everyone. It should be 14x in here and 14x in here. 2 and 12 will work. Anyway, minus 2 and minus 12, you will do that. Then you factorize x minus 2, x minus 12, you will do equals to 0. There you will have two answers. X is equal to 2 and x is equal to 10 for x-intercept. So then you search for y-intercept. Y-intercept means that the opposite letter, which is x, now x letter is equal to 0. In this function, instead of x, you put 0, which is 0 squared, x squared minus 14 times x minus 14 times x plus 24. That means the y-intercept is plus 24. Then the last point to search for is the vertex point. Vertex point has the coordinates. We always call them like x and y coordinate, h and k letters, to make it more special. To find h part, you have the two ways. You can do in the middle of the roots, x1 plus x2 over 2, or minus b over 2a has a formula like a Vertex theorem. So I'm going to use this method since I already found the rules result. 2 plus 10 over 2, and that makes 6. To find the k point, so this is the x number. The x number is 6. I'm looking for the y number. So y number is equal to, put this x number 6 over that. For the k letter, we try to find what is the result of f of x. If you try to find it with the formula, the k number is equal to minus discriminant over, for a, we have also the formula method. So right now, let's try to find f of 6. I hope that it won't be a big number, minus 14 times 6 and plus 24. That makes 36. And this one makes 5 times 14, 70. That makes 84 and plus 24. Minus 84 plus 24, that makes minus 60. Am I right, everyone? Okay. 36 minus 60 makes minus 24, I think. Minus 24, yes. So this is the k number, minus 24. How can you show such big numbers on the graph? Let's try doing that. So as y-intercept, I need plus 24 and minus 24. Okay. Firstly, let's show the X-intercepts are 2 and 10. Let's say this is number 2. Let's say this is number 10. And these are the X-intercept. Then Y-intercept is plus 24. Let's say it's up there, plus 24. If plus 24 has this kind of distance, let's say minus 24 somewhere here, because I'm going to need as Y number over there. So then the vertex point we have done with the purple color. Okay, good. Which is X number of it in the middle of the result, 6, and the Y number of it is 24. So there you will have the point. So it doesn't matter the distance in here if you have such big numbers. If you have small numbers, you need to be careful about number of squares in the paper. I'm just doing this example. What if you see some big numbers in the test and it doesn't fit to the paper? You can do like me right now. Don't care about the squares, just make it good enough, as best as you can. But if there are some small numbers, make it well. Care about the number of squares over there. Then you need to draw the parabola graphs in here. Also check the A number. The A number is positive 1. That's why we are going to draw a graph like looking up. So you start from here, you go down, and you go through from there, and you go back to up. Let's try to make it even better drawing. I cannot draw with this board I have in my home. Anyway, you got the idea, I think. No need to force myself, I think. With this board, it's very hard to draw drawings. So I can make move number 2 here. Anyway, let's do one more example and let's say that's enough. This is the last page of studying paper. So then firstly, we try to find the X-intercept. In this case, Y letter is equal to 0. And I don't want to write the 0 in the left side. I do it in the right side. And we need to factorize this. This has another factoring method. Remember that. We are moving minus 2 and x out of the parentheses. This is x squared. X remains. Since minus also moved out, there will be plus, and 8 is 2 times 4 is equal to 0. If this confuses you, you don't have to factorize it with perfect method in here. You can only move the letter x out. It will be the same result. Move when it's equation, it's not big deal. Minus 2 and x is inside. X times x, 1x is out, and minus 8 times x, x is out, that is equal to 0. And there will be the 2 answers. X is equal to 0, minus 2x minus 8 equals 0. Minus 8 goes to the other side as plus 8. This is minus 2x, be careful. X is equal to plus 8 over minus 2, that makes minus 4. So then I'm going to find the Y-intercept, which is x letter is equal to 0. Y equals minus 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0. So y equals 0. So then I have to find the vertex H and K. And H is in the middle of the result, the two results, 0 and minus 4 over 2, that makes minus 2. So to find K, this is the X number. I'm going to put this X number in the function. I'm going to replace it in the function. Minus 2 times X squared. X is minus 2. Minus 8 times X minus 2 again. So minus 2 squared will be plus 4. Plus 4 times minus 2, minus 8. Minus times minus plus 16. That will give us the result plus 8. So the vertex point has the x coordinate minus 2, y coordinate plus 8. Now let's show it on the graph in here, whatever we found, the things that we found. Firstly, the x-intercepts 0 and minus 4. Okay, let's move the y-axis to the other side. So we have the minus 4 as a result. 0 and minus 4. These are the x-intercepts. And then the y-intercept On the y-axis, I should choose again the 0. The 2 points are at the same place. And then the vertex, it has the x coordinate -2 and +8. -2 and +8 should be somewhere up there. +8. So this is the point of vertex. Then later we are going to draw the graph. Right before we draw, let's do last one check. What is the a number in here? The a number is -2. When it's -2, the graph should be downward in this form. So you can also see it with the numbers. Vertex is the changing point. You start from some point, go through all the points you have, and you draw the graph of the parabola. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. I hope you do very good results tomorrow.